Let's talk about the biggest movie of the summer so far, Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't think I need to convince you guys to go watch this movie. It broke box office records. It is the third Deadpool movie in this series, and all of them are financially successful. And both of the first two films are really good, fun, entertaining film. Deadpool and Wolverine really plays up the fun factor of the Deadpool series. It's fun, it's entertaining. There's some really cool action that goes throughout this film. You'll be laughing your butt off. There's some really cool references. There's a lot to enjoy here. It's great to see Deadpool in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool is iconic. He's played this character his whole life. It's great to see Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine. And I do think that they do enough to pay homage to Logan and also create a new variant version of Wolverine. While I did have a really good time, and this is one of those movies you turn your mind off, just enjoy it for what it is and watch the humor explode on screen. However, if you dig deeper into this film, there are things that are missing. It is missing the heart of the original two Deadpool movies. I do feel like it really emphasized its comedy and humor over any real emotional attachment or any level of heart. The chemistry between Deadpool and Wolverine is fun to see, but it does get kind of grating at points. The other thing about the film is that it is big on references. It digs really deep into the Marvel lore. It goes way back. So if you haven't watched a lot of the older movies, or if you're not really caught up with a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, you are going to miss some of the jokes and references, especially like some really key ones in the middle. But other than that, I mean, the jokes are pretty surface enough to where you would understand it. I do like the references to the 20th Century Fox and Disney merger kind of situation. And it does do a really nice tribute to 20th Century Fox towards the end of the film. Again, this is not a bad movie. It's very entertaining. It's enjoyable. It is one of the better, more fun movies of the post-Endgame films. However, I don't think it hits the highs of like a Shang-Chi or Spider-Man No Way Home or Far From Home. And heck, even in the multiverse grand scheme of things, it doesn't even play to the highs of like a Spider-Verse, but it is entertaining. There is a lot of good laughs. The characters are all likable. It's just kind of thin on plot, and ultimately I feel like it doesn't really give us the direction that we need for the MCU going forward. I think it just still plays within its universe. It does leave it open to play within MCU grander scheme, but at the same time, it's not that movie that we might have wanted to see the future of the cinematic universe going forward. And I also do think like this movie is going to be one of those films that's going to have a lot of diminishing returns, because there are some cool cameos and references throughout the film, but watching it with a live and packed crowd was the most fun of it. But I feel like going forward, the more you watch it, those references are just going to be kind of tired in the future, especially on your third, fourth viewings. It's just going to be, okay, it's a cool little Easter egg and reference, but it doesn't really add much to the story. Again, really fun time at the films. Just not a lot of depth or heart here, but you're going to have a good time. It's one of those movies you can just shove popcorn in your face, watch it for what it is. It's entertaining. There's a lot of good laughs to have. Chemistry is good between the guys. Some good action. It does go heavy-handed with the references that don't really weigh much on the grander scheme of things. And I do think towards the middle, it just kind of meanders around without any real purpose. But it's a fun time.